this Tuesday. Thanks very much for everybody who shared, or not shared, but who came and joined in the jungle jamming with us earlier. I'm hoping our neighbours have forgiven us. It was a good session this morning, and lots of you have obviously tuned in and watched it since. So fantastic job. Hopefully a few of you are tuning in this afternoon. The different movements you use for tennis. So we're going to start with ready feet. So like everybody bounce on the spot, foot to foot. Here's your ready feet. And then we've got a position.
Neve, can you do ready feet?
We've got a position which is called a warrior position, which is just a really good sporty position to get ready to move in any direction. So that's 1 foot slightly in front, 1 foot slightly behind, knees bent, and from there I can push off in any direction I need to. Because tennis is all about quick, explosive movement. So we've got ready feet, we've got warriors, ready feet, warriors, ready feet, warriors. When we say rally, you're going to run around, changing direction inside your space as much as possible. So running around, changing direction inside your space. You okay, Neve? Are you in or are you out? Because at the minute you stood right in front of the camera so nobody can see. All right? Thanks, Neve. So, ready feet, warriors, rally. We're going to run around and change direction. Lots of changes of direction, which is really important in tennis. And we're going to go through some of the shots as well. So some of the shots that we're going to do, we've got the forehand, where you hold your palm facing forward out to the side, and you're going to swing up and over your other shoulder. So that needs to be weighted down, Neve. So if you don't want to join in, that's fine, but if you can just stay out of the way. Come on then, up you go, get on your feet. So we're doing forehand, so you're going to hold your hand out to the side like this. You're going to swing up over your other shoulder. That's a forehand. Then for your backhand, 2 hands, other side of your body, you're going to swing up and over your other shoulder. So we've got forehand this side. So Neve, join in with the activity or then sit down. Okay, that's your choices. Please, Neve. Right, so you're going to try forehand, Neve. So hold your hand out to the side, swing up over your other shoulder, over your other shoulder, swing over your other shoulder, that's your forehand. Then bring both hands to the other side of your body. So 2 hands together on this side of your body, Neve. Neve, this side of your body here, turn around, this side here, clap them together, and then you're going to swing up over your other shoulder. Swing up over, wrong shoulder. So you're going to swing forward, ready, you're going to swing like this, up over that shoulder, ready, try it on your own, up over that shoulder. So there's your backhand. So we've got our forehand, we've got our backhand, we've got our ready feet like this. Ready feet, bouncing 1 foot then for our warrior positions. So feet nice and wide. Do you want to come show how to do it, Bruce? Warrior feet nice and wide. And then we've got a rally where we're going to move around and change direction. So can you rally, Neve? Can you move around, change your direction? Can you move around? Ready feet. Ready feet. Where's your ready feet, Neve? Do you get them moving? And warriors. Warriors. All right, good job. Let's go for that forehand again. Forehand. Can you go for a forehand? And then we're going to go for a backhand. Go for a backhand. Forehand again. Over the other shoulder. Swing it right over the other shoulder. And then the backhand. Backhand. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Neve, can you do me a favour? Just can you go and sit up there? Is that alright? So I've got a bit of space to do. Yeah, go and have a rest because we need people to see how well you can do it. So have a little think about how coming back when you're ready to have another go. Right, so we're going to have a go now. A catch and balance activity. Actually, Brody, can I borrow you for this one? So we've got two activities we're going to do. The first one is going to be working on your speed, and all you're going to do is you're going to pick 2 lines which are a big step apart from each other. So we could work from this line to this line, and all you're going to do is you're going to try and run from this line as fast as you can up to this line, not jumping, really fast little steps, always facing this way, as fast as you can, and then back as fast as you can. And you're going to try and do as many as you can in 30 seconds. So on your marks, you ready for it? On your marks, get set, go as many times as you can in 30 seconds. Keep facing forwards, fast, fast, fast. So fast feet, come out, you go, and then back, fast as you can. Keep going, fast as you can, as many times as you can in 30 seconds. Come on, keep going, you've got 10 seconds left. You're not as fast as me. You can't keep up with me, come on. You can't keep, oh, now you're fast. Whoa, look at that now. Brilliant, and rest. Okay, good job. So the next one, Brody, is going to do the same thing, but moving sideways. So, facing one way, you're you're going to try and sidestep past the line and then sidestep back the other way. Past the line, back the other way. So it's 3 or 4 really quick side steps, across and back. Get your feet really moving. Woo! How you feeling? A bit more warmed up? Okay, you don't need your racket for this one. I like it, yeah. Actually, do you want to show everybody that, Brody? So the idea of this one is you could run forwards to the ball, hit your shot, and then run backwards again. So do you want to show that one? So run forwards, play a shot, and run back. Run forwards, play a shot, and run back. And then if you were facing this way, so you can move across, play a shot, and then move back. So if you're hitting that way, Brody, so you put your racket here, move across, hit, and then move back. So move across, and then hit, and then move back. Good, that's it. Pop your racket down there. Right, so next challenge. Next challenge. So, catch and balance. So what you're going to do is I'm going to bounce the ball. You have to try to move to it, get in that nice warrior position, feet nice and wide, and see if you can catch the ball with 2 hands. So I'll do some nice easy ones to begin with. So what you're not going to do is you're not going to do a gingerbread man. So you're not going to stand like this with your legs straight and just put your arms out to catch. So you're going to try to get your feet nice and wide and bend your knees. Are you ready, Brody? So stand over there. No gingerbread man. So bend your knees. Or gingerbread man. Right. So now you've showed them now what not to do. Show them it with not a gingerbread man. Ready? So bend those knees. Get ready, ready, ready. Bend your knees, bend your knees. Lovely. Drop it again. That's it. Ready? Bend your knees. Remember, you've got to get to the ball. So you've got to move to where the ball is. Are you going to drop it for me? So just move to where the ball is. Bend your knees. And then drop the ball. That's it. Trying to get that nice bent knee position. 1 foot slightly forwards, 1 foot slightly back. Keep those knees bent, Brady. Keep the knees bent. Really good. And up you get. So catch it, and then up you get. You don't need to squat right down. If you get too low, guys, it's not a good position to then move. So what we're trying to do is we've got to think about if you were a split sprinter, like coming out of the blocks. Okay, so if you're a sprinter coming out of the blocks, you've got to be super fast with your first couple of steps. So show me your sprint position. You ready, Brody? Got 1 more and then we're going to mix it up. So, get yourself ready. So, knees bent, get ready to move. Hands in front. Hands in front. No gingerbread man. Show us a really good position to start, Brody. So, just like this. Knees bent. Hands out in front. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So, stand up straight. Stand up. Ready. Ready. And catch. Okay. Alright, so the progression on from there, guys, then, is we're going to see if you can drop the ball and catch it, but when you move to catch it now, you're going to try to catch it on just 1 leg. So you're going to move into place and see if you can catch it balanced on 1 leg. So the ball's going to be out in front, you're going to move, catch, balanced on 1 leg. Out in front, move, catch, balanced on 1 leg. The next challenge. Bridge, do you want to come and help? Some of these activities we really need a partner for. Is that okay? Right, folks, so the next one, bit of fun.
Hi, Emily and Ava.
Need your racket for this one. So what you're going to try to do is a little bit windy out here, but see if you can keep the balloon up in the air using your racket. So how many can you do? Count out loud. Here we go. 1, 2. Now you need to move your feet because that wind's going to keep the balloon moving. 4. That's it. 5. Hard luck. So you got 5. So pick it up off the ground and then start again. See if you can use 5. Now when you're doing those, do you want to just sit out the way, Neve? If you're not going to join in. So when you're holding your racket for these, folks, try to get your palm under the racket. Under the grip, so your palm and your strings are both facing up, Brody. So if you have a look, you're going to try to get your palm. No, you need. If you get your palm and your grip and your strings both facing up. Here we go, Brody. So ready? So you're going to try to stand up and tap it up. Tap it up. So nice small tap ups. Trying to allow for the wind out here. We've lost the balloon. Uh oh. No balloons were harmed in the making of this this clip. So if out here, maybe the beach ball could work better. So Brody, do you want to come and have a try with the beach ball? See how many you can do?
Get out the field, Mom.
Here we go. So you started, Brody. That's brilliant, Brody. Really good. How many did you get then? Did you count? Remember, there was 5, I think. So try and keep your palm facing up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice try. Okay, remember, it's good skills, but we're working on an infant, so it's literally, so think Neve's age. So just try to do those tap-ups really good. Let's see if you can get 10, guys. That's the challenge. See if you can get up to 10. But really nice what you're doing there. So, next activity that we're going to try, folks. We're going to run through a couple of catching challenges that you can do using a racket and a ball. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the ball on top of the strings, and we're going to make a sandwich with our hand and the ball. We're going to drop the ball onto the floor and see if we can sandwich it. If you can sandwich it, then the next thing we're going to try to do is when we drop the ball, we're going to see if we can turn our racket and get it under the strings. So turn our racket so we get it under the ball so that we're sandwiching it on the bottom of the ball. So we've got this one, it's your first level, and then we're going to move on to this one for your second level. How many of those can you do in a row? If they're struggling with that one, folks, what you can do is you can increase the number of bounces before they try to catch it, or you can even allow them to try and splat it on the floor. So if they're splatting on the floor, make sure they're bending their knees and they're splatting it nice and flat. So keeping their strings and their frame off of the ground when they do it. Final challenge we're going to have a go at them, folks, is if you're working on your own, like it appears I am today, if you can find a bit of wall for them to try and hit against. So you've got a few different things you can try to do. So one other thing that you can try to do solo is you can try to just tap the ball up and then make a sandwich. So it's slightly more advanced skill. If they're struggling to do the catches, they might find this one a bit difficult, but this is something to work up to. If you've got a bit of wall though, what you can do is there's a few different ways you can feed the ball against the wall. So you can start with a slingshot, so balance the ball on the strings, push it against the wall and try to sandwich it. Keep trying to make sure that when you start, the ball and the racket are slightly out in front of you to the side. Make sure it's to the side of your body, and when you trap it, you're trying to trap it away from your body with your racket still out in front. So that's your slingshot. If you can do a slingshot, the next one you can try is a bounce feed, and each time you're trying to encourage them to do the sandwich at the end of the shot. If they can do that one, the next thing they can try, folks, is they can try popping the ball up in the air and feeding it in without it hitting the ground. So if you bounce it on the ground, then that's just a feed. If you throw it up and hit it from the air, that's officially an underarm serve. So that's a legitimate shot in the game. Great one for them to practice. So plenty of skills for them to have a go at practicing there, lots of different things. The other thing that they can have a try at, and again you can use any of the different balls for this. You can use a bigger ball, although this is a little bit heavier, a beach ball or a balloon. You can try doing tap-ups. Try to always have a bounce in between, or you can go for one side of the strings and the other side of the strings if they're finding it reasonably easy. And if they're finding it tough, you can always take it back to the floor, and you can do some skills where you walk the ball around on the floor using both sides of the strings, and try and encourage them to get the palm of their hand and their strings pointing forwards. So you can go all the way around the body, or you can go back in the other direction. Or or you can do a figure of 8 in and out of your legs with the ball. So plenty of skills there for you to have a go at, folks. The final game, which is quite a fun one. I'm going to try to start at one side of your room, balance the ball on top of the strings, and then see if you can get all the way across the room without dropping the ball. If you can make it all the way across, you can try moving sideways. You can go backwards. And if you want a real challenge, try hopping. Alright folks, hope you enjoyed that and it's given you some skills to practice at home for your younger ones. We'll be back again in around about 10 minutes to do a junior session with some more challenging stuff for your bigger kids. So bye for now folks.